we go, resume. Okay, so it is going to be a full moon inspired class today. And so I just wanted to give you guys, because I know we're yogis and we weirdness in us. So it is a full moon lunar eclipse of the sign of Sagittarius and Gemini. Gemini, the word Gemini just freaks me out for so many reasons. But Gemini is the lower regions of the mind. Sagittarius is higher regions of the mind. So you figure Gemini is like, it likes it, what it likes. It's comfortable in his neighborhood, his house, the very, this is my zone. And then Sagittarius wants more, wants beyond. It's the higher mind. So we're like going in this limbo right now. And I'm sure you all can sense it, of what's right, what's wrong, what do I want to do? Should I go and venture out, or do I stay in? It's like this really weird transitionary time. And the biggest thing, according to this astrologer, that she is saying, I think it's a she, is that it's a time of the cosmos that demand us to let out our fears so that we can express them and move on. We cannot sit on our feelings anymore. They need to come out. It has to do with expansion and retraction. If you did my class yesterday, sort of, no, you guys were not on my class yesterday. Ironically, that's what my whole class was about. I love when the synchronicity happens. So good shit. So today, that is our inspiration. Let's start seating on our heels. Welcome. So go ahead and sit on your heels. If you can't do that, just come right into child's pose. And I'm going to mute everybody at this point so that we don't get any weird interruptions. Good. And then from wherever you are, close your eyes. If it's child's pose or seated on your heels. And let's just take some 12 breaths. 12 breaths to arrive into the body, into the pranayama. And then we'll explore the Annamaya Kosha, which is the physical body. But for now, we'll stay with the breath, the breathing body that explores the energetic body. Just 12 breaths, nothing fancy, just arriving slowly. Kind of setting up your canvas today, your canvas of your practice, your experience, what hidden or what is hidden beneath the layers, the surface of the layers. And then those of you who are seated, I'm not going to rush you. On your heels, you're slowly going to separate your knees wide and come into child's pose as well. So separate your knees wide and just make your way into child's pose. Bring your arms out in front of you. Allow your forehead to relax down. And just feel the pulse of your breath once again, with your shoulders finding a nice easy stretch as you rest your chest on the ground, on the earth, to release. You explore the expression of your body today, the expression of your breath today, how your mobility feels, even in this first child's pose. And then I'd like you to walk your arms over to the right. Keep your hips nice and heavy. So both arms over to the right. Yeah, that's it. Maybe turning now your ear, really it's your temple, so that the left ear comes to the ground. And sink your hips a little heavier, if possible. As you journey lower into the sit bones, as you lengthen the back. And if your shoulders crave more, if your body craves more, go ahead and tuck the left arm underneath the right arm and thread the needle as you continue to rest your left ear down. Relax the left outer ear. Relax the left inner ear. And just notice the sounds that come into your mind through that left ear that's close to the earth. Just see any feedback that you're experiencing, any awareness. Nothing too significant, just noticing. Taking one more full breath of awareness. And then take that left arm out and walk your hands through center. Take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, walk the hands to the left. Just breathing into the side of the right body now. Let your hips stay nice and heavy. Maybe turn your head, relaxing the right ear down. Relaxing the outer right ear, the inner right ear. And the echoes that you're getting back from the feedback from the ground, your mat. Any significance or not, just linger in it for a moment, become very aware. As we just start the very beginning phases of our practice, just warming up through the body. And then thread the needle if you haven't yet, if you would like to, right? So go ahead and bring that right arm under. Breathing in deeply to the shoulder, feeling that opening up in the back of the shoulder, maybe through the lats, maybe the triceps, maybe the entire rotator cuff. Knowing that although your focus is maybe on one part of the body, we know that everything is connected, and it is truly connecting and working everything in the body. Everything kind of spirals away from that concentrated point and does give a release everywhere. So take a full inhale to feel the full release through the whole body, although you're focused on one side, and then undo the arm, walk it back through center of child's pose. Good, and then go ahead and press into the hands and lift up to tabletop, please. Bring the knees under your hips, lift the hips high, lift it up to downward dog. Relax your head. Yeah, maybe even just slight turn of the head to the right. See what's lurking into the left neck, and then turning your head to the right or left. And then allowing the head to just drop. Feel as if the brain is even melting towards the top of your skull, as if it's being pulled and magnetized towards the core of the earth as well. Take one more full inhale here. And then exhale, bring both of the knees down to the ground. Good. Step the right foot in between your hands. I love how at the beginning of the class, everyone's hair is so nice, and then like 2 minutes in, bun, ponytail. Right foot in between the hands. And then get really deep and heavy into your hips. Keep the right knee tracking over the right second toe. Get this heavy, get straight through your back, and then begin to reach the head like a bow and arrow forward. And then go ahead and shift the hips back over the left knee and step the right knee back. Step the left foot flat in between your hands. Shift your weight forward, 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 releasing through the right side of the quadricep. Get your back straight, pull your navel in. Few breaths here. And then shifting your hips back again over the right knee, send the left knee back. Plant the palms down, tuck your toes in, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, tuck your stomach towards your front of your legs, holding here, feeling strong and broad through your back, and then release the heels down towards the ground. Let the head get heavy again, but this time let the heels get equally as heavy. Feel as if the heels of your legs are getting magnetized to the center of the earth as well. And on the inhale, lift the right leg up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, place the right foot in between your hands. Take the right hand on the inside of the right foot and turn the right toes to the corner of your yoga mat. Okay, and then I want you to get really heavy through the hips like we did a moment ago. Let the left hip hang down, but then pull the right hip or the right femur bone into the hip. Does that make sense? I hope so. Get your back straight. Lift the left leg a little higher now, and then rotate the right arm open. Keep the right foot flat on the mat though. Toes are opened up. And then begin to open up through the right pec. Yeah. See if you can see the thumb, the right thumb. Press into the ground with the left hand. Pull the navel in. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. Step the right foot back, downward dog. Get heavy through the top of your head. Get heavy through the heels. Get high with the hips. Take a breath. Let the left leg lift up effortlessly to the sky. And then bring the left foot flat in between your hands. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Turn the left toes to the left corner of your mat. And let the hips go low. Yeah, belly tight. And just feel this, this nice stretch through the front of the hip flexors. And then plug the left hip into the left femur bone into the hip a little. Lengthen through the spine. Lift the left arm open. And really reach. See if you can see the thumb Stretch out the pec that gets so tight, especially for me on the left side. We know that the left side, the left armpit, has huge responsibility of the lymphatic system for the whole body. So it's really important we get into that. And then release the left hand down. Step the left leg back to meet yourself in downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Get heavier now through the hands, the feet, the roof of your mouth. Let your lips separate. Effortlessly, the right leg goes up again to the higher sky. And then the right foot comes flat in between your hands again. Bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Turn the toes to the corner of your yoga mat. Let the hips get heavy. Pull your chest forward, tuck the navel in. Lift the right arm forward. And then I want you to make a big circle all the way to the back. Touching the left glute. And then reach it all the way forward again. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So just massaging out the whole shoulder. See what happens with the whole body, although it's really only the right arm that's moving. And then again, all the way up and back. And then this time, when you reach over your head, make the arm parallel with the ear. And turn the chest open to the ceiling. Turn. Use the left hand as your guidance. Good. And then bring the right hand down. Step the right leg back, downward dog. So gradually, we start at the pinpoint place of the body, and then we build that expansion and that awareness from a concentrated place into expansion. Because if it goes too much too fast, I think we all know it's very overwhelming right now. So just kind of bringing in our worldly concerns into our physical body and learning from that. The place in which we feel a little bit more comfortable, that Anamaya Kosha, that physical body that we're in with all the time, every day, in and out. Left leg up to the sky effortlessly. Left foot flat in between your hands. Left hand inside the left foot. Turn your left toes to the corner of your mat. Find that beautiful alignment. Good. And then here we go. The left arm opens up. Circle it to the back, stretch. And then circle it to the front. Circle it to the back. Feel what this does. It's the left arm that's guiding, but the whole body is processing. The next time the left arm reaches forward, stay there. Left arm parallel to the left side of your face. And turn the left chest open to the ceiling. Scoop your belly and feel what that does for the thoracic spine. Breathing. And then bring the left hand down slowly. Guide your left leg back, downward dog. Restabilize, restructure, find the 4 corners. Breathe in through both nostrils. Hear it through both ears, exhale. Breathe in through both nostrils. Hear it in both inner ears. Exhale. Right leg goes up to the sky effortlessly. Right foot flat in between your hands. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Sink the hips low, but then plug the right hip into its bones. Lift the right arm open, turn the pec open, rotate. One time reaching over our ear. Spin the left chest, that's the bottom, left chest to the ceiling. And then bring the right hand to your hip, but stay there. See if you've got any more room to turn and hold stabilize through the left hand. But then spin the right toes all the way to 90 degrees and walk it in a few inches so you're comfortable. You're in Shavasana or a assisted half plank here. And then maybe the right hand goes up and the right hand goes over your head again and turn the chest. Good, and then bring the right hand down. Send the right foot back, plank pose. Lower down slowly to your stomach. Float the palms off of the yoga mat to lift up for a cobra. And then make your way back, downward dog. Nice and slow. Nice and precise, nice and conscious. As if you were watching, I don't know, The first thing that came to my mind, because you know I'm a little out there, is like a butterfly expanding its wings through the cocoon for the first time. Yes, I said that. That's kind of like what I want you to feel when you're going to your downward dog. Every time it's this opening up, this super duper awareness of the left, the right side, and the middle of the body. Left leg to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Left hand inside the left foot. Left toes to the corner of your mat. Sinking the hips, plug the left hip in. Left arm opens up one time. And then left arm over your ear one time. Turn the chest open to the ceiling. Left hand to your hip. Right arm strong. Turn the left toes completely 90 degrees to the back of your mat and walk it in a little bit. Again, you're in that half plank pose, hips high. If you're okay, your back is supported by your belly, left arm over your head. Breathing in. And then left hand comes down. Left foot meets the right foot plank. Lower down to your belly. The toes untuck, the palms float, lift up the chest. And then make your way back again, downward dog. Just like that butterfly. Breathing in. And breathing out. Feel the nostrils. Listen to the inner ears. So that higher mind, lower, and then right leg to the sky. Right foot flat between your hands. Right hand inside the right foot. Spin the right toes to the corner of the mat. Sink the hips low, open up the chest, open up the right arm. One time towards the left foot. I had to think about what foot I'm reaching towards, and then right hand over your head. Spin open the chest. Right hand to the hip. Make your way to that half plank, right foot turn 90 degrees. Maybe this time coming into the right foot stack on top of the left, full plank. Maybe the right arm goes back up and opens up the chest again. Expansion, from this contraction to this expansion. Good. And then we're going to bring that right hand back down to the ground. Press right into downward dog. One breath. Left leg to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Left toes to the left corner of your mat. Left arm or left chest opens up. Reaches towards the right foot, parallel to the left ear. Left hand to the hip. Make your way with the left foot into that half plank. Your foot can stay here, or you can go into a full half plank. Left arm opens. Push the hips high. Open up the heart again. So right chest to the ceiling. And then left hand down to a plank. Knees come down wide, child's pose. Let the elbows release. Let the wrists release. Take 3 breaths in. Hear your breath echoing back at your body as you release to the earth, and you rest all of your bodily sensations to the mat. Starting to find the inner workings of the body, the mind, where you are today as you meet yourself deeper into your layers of your skin, your muscles, your tissues, your bones. What's lurking, what needs to come out. And then slowly with the inhale, you awaken to the senses outside of your body, lifting up, tabletop. Tuck your toes, knees up, hips up, downward. The brain feeling even heavier now. The heart feeling even heavier or weighting towards the front of the chest. The hips or the tailbone lifting. And then the right leg effortlessly to the sky. The right foot flat in between your hands. This time we're going to switch it up. Bring the left heel down to the floor. Sink your hips again, just like we did in all the initial poses. And then bring this right hip, plug it in again into your socket there a little bit. And that should turn on your left pinky side of your toe. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1 from here. Hips don't move. The arms guide you to lift, 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 and then look up at the thumbs. Stay here. And then exhale, rest your stomach right on top of your right leg. Feel really strong through your back. Feel really grounded through your left foot. And then one more time, we inhale, push through the right foot into the earth to lift the chest up. And then we exhale and bring it down. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. Walk your hands in between your feet and get low. Keep your hands on the ground. Yep, so you're gonna see my backside, sorry. And I just want you to gently sway left and right. But keep your hips, if you can, even with your knees. Keep your hips really low, so maybe you can play with lifting your chest. And then the next time that you sway over to the left, stay there. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Frame your left foot. Bring your right heel down. Sink your hip low. Plug your left femur into the hip socket to press the right foot down. Inhale, lift the chest, Warrior 1. Good. The gaze can go up, the arms are hugging in, the belly is tight. Exhale, rest your ribs on top of the left thigh. Push into the left foot, inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. And walk your hands all the way back to the front of your mat. Adjust your feet. Pause and lengthen the spine. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chin. Exhale, draw the tailbone up, draw the crown of the head down. Inhale, press through the tops of the feet to lift up. Mountain pose, standing. Palms joined together. Exhale, right to the center of your heart. Close your eyes, breathe into that center point between your third eye. This is the Aquarius center, the intuitive center. And then inhale, lift the arms up again, palms meet the ground. Halfway lengthen. Step it back to downward or plank if you want a vinyasa, make your way. Cobra pose, or again, you're in downward dog. Rolling over the toes into downward dog. Taking a moment to connect to the palms of your hands, the heels of your feet, and the top of your head. Left leg effortlessly lifts to the sky. Left foot flat in between your hands and pause. This is where we bring the right heel down. Get heavy through the left hip. Press through the outer edge of the pinky, hug the left femur in, protect the sacrum, hands lift up over your head, Warrior 1. And then rest the belly on top of the left leg. Again, we inhale, lifting all the way up, Virabhadrasana 1. And all the way back down again. Hands to the floor. This time, walk your hands in between your feet. You're on the side of the mat. Sink your hips as low as your knees, but this time, see if you can turn your feet out 90 degrees. So for some of you that it's impossible, I'm impossible, so I just do what I can. And then I want you to bring your hands to your hips in this really low position. And then begin to lift the left toes as you reach into the right hip. And then sway to the left as we lift up the right toes. And just keep going here. Just kind of getting deeper into the groin, into the muscles, awakening through the legs. Whoops, see, I almost fell. The next time that you go into the right leg, stay there. Bring the hands down, frame the right foot. Bring the left heel down. Here we go. Get strong through the base of your body. Higher consciousness, here we go. We lift up the hands, Warrior 1. Good, rest the core on the right leg. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. Hands release. Walk it back to the middle of your feet. Plant your palms flat to the ground. Lift up the chest, inhale. And then lower the crown of the head to the floor, exhale. Lift the tailbone up high. If you can't get the top of your head to the ground, it will happen. I promise you, I was never that person. Just bend your knees until you do get there. And then inhale, push into the hands, lift the chest, and walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Step the right foot forward, lengthen the spine, and then fold, tailbone high, crown of the head low. Push through the feet, inhale, mountain pose. Hands meet at your heart center. Close your eyes. Envision the higher mind again, the Aquarius mind. Breathe in and out. And in and out. The palms meet over your head. You inhale. Hinge down and forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, we inhale. Step it back, downward dog or vinyasa, you can choose. Chaturanga arms to cobra. And rolling over, downward dog. Now just feeling the body, how it's already a little different. Let the head hang. Maybe the toes begin to lift. Now the right leg lifts up again, inhale. And then the right foot comes flat in between your hands. First, we're going to start with the right toes flipping towards the right corner of your mat. We're going to get heavy through the hips. Inhale, the right arm opens up. Reaches for the left foot. And then bring it over your head. Turn the chest open. Hands to the hip or right hand to your hip. Come into your version of your half plank pose. Right foot to the side of the mat or right foot on top of the left. The right arm opens up again. The chest shines open again. I'm so happy I have this wall. And then I'd like you to bring the right hand back to the hip. Step the right foot forward. Point the toe to the front of the mat. Bring the left heel down. Bring the right forearm on top of the right leg. Lift the left arm up, side angle. Left arm up, parallel to the left ear. Lift the left chest open. Good. Then we're going to come all the way up into reverse warrior two. So it's going to be left hand down the left leg, right arm over the head. And then right forearm down to the right leg, left hand over your head. One more time, actually two more times. Reverse warrior two, reach it back. And reach it forward. Last one, reach it back. And then plant the right fingertips in front of the right toes. Left hand high. You can stay here or push down through the right foot to lift up the left leg, half moon. And play here, being effortlessly light on the right fingertips. Look up towards the hand, if that's okay in your body. Lift the left chest up towards the ceiling. And then please bring the left hand down beside the right foot. Bring the right hand back to support. Step way back onto the ball of the left leg. Bring the heel down, Virabhadrasana 1, chest high. Good. Stomach rests on top of the right leg. Hands come down, plank to downward dog. Or you can add your vinyasa, of course. Depends on what your heat is like in your body today. If you need more or less of it. And then again, we begin. Feeling again for different sensations in the body. Maybe now pay attention to something different in the body. It's been the ears, it's been the heart, it's been the hands, the feet. Maybe now it's the eyes. Maybe you can draw them inward, gazing up towards the forehead. Start to get curious. What happens to the postures as your changes happen or your concentration slightly changes? Left leg effortlessly to the side. Left leg flat in between your hands. Left hand inside the left toe. Flip the left toes to the side corner of your mat. Inhale, lift up the left arm. Reach it to the right leg. And then reach the left arm over your head. parallel with the ear. Turn the right chest open. Decide where you want to go from here. Left foot steps slightly forward into that half plank pose or full plank pose, whatever you want. Left arm opens up, stretch the pec, and then bring the left hand to the hip. Lift the hip high, stay strong through the right arm. Step the left foot forward. Of course, the right toes flip. Good. Bring the right heel down. Bring the left forearm onto the left leg. Lift the right arm up, side angle. Good. Turn the left chest open. And then here we go. Shift your weight into the right foot. Reverse warrior two. Left arm over your ear. And then left forearm on the left leg. Right arm over your ear. Just looking for these beautiful rotating lines. Back, reverse, and forward. And just one more, nice and slow. The next time that you come down, right, you're gonna bring the left fingertips in front of the left toes. Bring the right hand on your hip. And here you can just work on getting the left hip tucked in, or you can stabilize and lift the right leg up into that half moon. Stay effortlessly light on the left fingertips. You don't even need them, to be honest, in half moon. And then maybe the right arm expands up. Maybe the right leg lifts higher, activating the posterior side of the body. Open up the chest, even more the posterior side of the body. Good. And then bring the right hand down slowly. Step the right toes way back. Bring the right heel down, sink the hips, gazes forward, arms over your head, Virabhadrasana 1. Beautiful. Good. And then hands come down, frame the left foot, plank, release to the floor or downward dog, of course. And then sink back in with your breath. 5 breaths in and out, please. Get softer to the backs of your shoulders. Find that focal point that you chose just a moment ago. And see if you can bring even more awareness or sensation there. Resting in the awareness that that sensation brings to you. Feeling supported by your mat. Welcoming all that arises without trying to manipulate, manufacture, or change it. Just be with it. And then shift your gaze to the fingertips forward. Step both of your feet in between your hands. Lift the shoulders, the chest, and then hinge down, belly to the legs. Bend the knees, bring your hips as low as the knees. Inhale up, chair pose, coming back into the legs. Exhale, legs go straight, top of the head releases down. Again, hips lower, inhale, chest up, chair, and fold. One more. Lift up, hips sink, thighs together, and fold. Step the right leg all the way back. Sink the hips low. Bring the right heel down. Keep the left hand now on the outside of your left toe. Hug your left hip in towards the right heel. Lift the right arm open. But I'd like you to stay over the shoulder this time. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. But notice what that does to your left hip. As you squeeze the shoulder blades together, just come around the left hip, just working, contracting so much as the chest expands. Good. And then I'd like you to press into the left foot to lift up into warrior two. And then bring the hands to your heart center. Lift the right toes up. And sink into your skandasana. So my left toe is slightly turned towards the right. My right toes are all the way up. Good. And then press into the left foot, standing on 2 straight legs. Inhale, the arms go up and over our heads. And then hands through the heart center and hinge down. Top of the head to the floor. Press into the hands, lift up the head, lift up the chest. And then fold as you walk your hands forward to the front of your mat. Step the right foot halfway forward. Release both heels to the ground. Hug the left hip back towards the right heel. Send the shoulders back and down. Push into the base of the left foot. Lift the torso up over your hips, hands over your head. And then grab opposite elbows over your head. Scoop your belly in, press through the heels. Inhale, the chest goes up, back bend. And then exhale, nose to the knee. Slowly. Inhale, coming up all the way again, standing. Press to that left foot. And then release the hands to the back, grabbing opposite elbows. Roll the shoulders back and down, scoop the belly in. Inhale, lift the space of the heart. Back bend, shift the weight, goes into the right leg. And then exhale, nose to the knee. Reach with the top of the head down toward the left ankle. As you lift the tailbone up. Good, bring the hands down, frame the left foot. Step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine. Release the spine, flex it. Standing all the way up, Samasthiti, palms meet together over your head. Hands through the heart center, close your eyes. Full inhale through the ribs. And out. Full inhale through the ribs. Forward fold, flex. Halfway lift. Step back with the left leg. Get your hips nice and low. Lengthen your spine. Bring the left heel down to the floor. This time, keep the right hand outside the right foot. Lift the left arm up, side angle. I'd like the left side angle, the left arm to stay reaching for the ceiling, so I'd still like to stay connected with the chest opening up to the ceiling. Notice what this does to engage the right hip to open up through the chest. Good, now push into the right foot, lifting all the way up, Virabhudasana 2 or Warrior 2. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Then I'd like you to flip the right toes slightly towards the left, lift the left toes up, sink into your Skandasana. Hands stay at the heart center, chest stays high, toes are up. Breathing, loading. And then bring the left toes down, straighten both legs up. Inhale, the palms meet. Gaze goes up, heart lifts to the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze the belly, forward fold, hands to the floor, head to the floor. Nice, you guys. Lift the tailbone higher. Good. Inwardly rotate the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, walk your hands back to the front foot. Good. Step the left foot halfway forward. Straighten both legs out. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Bring your hands to your hips. Push into the feet, lift up to standing, hands over your head. And then grab opposite elbows. Inner thighs squeeze, chest lifts, inhale. Exhale, nose to the knee. Good, inhale, press to the feet, lift all the way up. And then hands release to the lower back, grab opposite elbows. Shoulders back. So a lot of people will do this and they do this weird thing. Try not to be that. Open it up. And then here we go again. Inhale, lengthen. And then hinge. Work on getting the crown of your head towards the ankle. It's more the inside of the right ankle. The right hip plugs in to the left side. And then please release the fingertips down. Everyone just step back, downward dog. 3 breaths. And then shift forward into a plank. Adjust your feet. Shift your weight slightly forward of your wrists. Holding, reach your heels back now. Yeah. And then lower down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Cover the hands, lift up the chest. Reach the hands to the waist at your lower back, lift a little higher. Stay here, or both knees bend. You know where we're going. Reach for the feet. Big toes together, knees up. Three more breaths. And release the feet, release the hands. Push back towards your hips, child's pose, knees wide. Feel the sensations now in the body, wherever you're experiencing it, the loudest, but it's still a slight whisper. Again, no need to filter, manipulate, manufacture, just experience. And soften around the echoes of your practice. And then I'd like you to press into your hands. Lift up to tabletop, cross the ankles and come to seated. Bring your hands, palms down to the knees. Roll the shoulders down and back onto your spine. And just take 12 breaths again. Eyes are closed. And just wander through the body. Wander through the left foot, the left shin, the knee, the left hip. Wander through the right foot, the right knee, the right hip, through the left arm, the left shoulder, the left side of the body, the left side of your back. Wander into the right hand, the right arm, the right shoulder, into the right side of your back. Wander into the front of your chest, into the lower belly. Wander into the back of your spine, tracing the full length of your spine, from the cervical spine down to the base of the lumbar. And then lift your chin up slightly. Wander around the face, the left eye, the left eyebrow, the left nostril, the left corner of your mouth, the left outer ear, the left inner ear. Pause. Wander around now the right side of your face, the right eye, the right eyebrow, the right corner of your mouth, the right cheek, the right outer ear, the right inner ear, and pause. Then wander around the back of the head, the back of the neck, the back of the skull, following up to the crown of the skull, to the forehead, smoothing out all of the lines in the forehead, circling up again over the top of the head, down the back of the neck, and pause. Open your eyes just halfway, gaze just a foot or so ahead of you, but stay inward. Release your hands beside your hips, extend your legs all the way out, lower down to your back. Bring the bottoms of your feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. And just get comfortable. And then I'd like you to bring your arms over your head to stretch. Palms are up to the ceiling. And then turn your head just slightly over to the right. And just rest your cheek on your right arm. And then grab the left hand, or take the left hand to grab the right elbow. And then take the right hand to grab the left elbow. Good, turn your head back towards the ceiling, release the arms. Turn your cheek slightly to the left, rest your cheek on that left side. And then grabbing now the right hand to the left elbow, left hand to the right elbow, hold. And then turn the head back to rest in the middle of the mat. Release the arms over your head. Bring the knees together. Keep the knees touching, let the feet go wide. Yeah, so the knees stay touching, and only the feet go as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider, depends on how your bones are. Taking a few breaths here. Allowing that higher consciousness to begin to take the stage. And then let the bottoms of your feet come flat to the mat so that the knees come straight up again. Walk the feet back to hip distance apart. Bring the knees into the chest, bring the hands to the shins. Cross the right leg over the left leg. Grab your toes, your ankles, your shins, whatever you can find. As you bring, kind of like, I'd like you to imagine an infinity sign coming up through the lower back, up through the spine, up through the crown of the head. This is called the Sushumna, or the Pingala and the Ida meeting, which are the left and the right sides of the energetic body, awakening the Kundalini energy here by bringing lots of sensation to the Annamaya Kosha of the physical body to awaken the energetic center body. And then release the feet, the ankles, the shins, whatever you've got. Draw the legs to the sky. Soften the back of the head. Draw the knees into the chest. Cross the left over the right leg now, coming into that infinity, intertwining energetic line through the middle of the body. Starting with the most familiar, which is the physical sensations of the body that support all the other sheets of the body, the energetic, the pranayama, the bliss. But if you don't nourish the physical body, you don't even get close to touching the rest. And then releasing that bind, uncross the legs, lift the legs up to the sky. Soften the back of the neck. Bend the knees, draw the knees into the chest. And then bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat. Let the knees gently fall to the right. Your arms can rest on your stomach, down by your sides, by your hips. Maybe turn the cheeks slightly to the left. Keep your eyes soft. Keep your face expression subtle. And then making your knees over to the other side, please. Turning your cheeks slightly in the opposite direction now. Coming into the last phase of our practice now. As our bodies have been colored by our practice, our minds have been softened by our practice, allow the physical body to completely rest now to Shavasana. Allow the fingertips to rest on the back of the mat. Let the palms flip open if you're okay with that, with the shoulders. Let the toes turn out away from midline. And bring your awareness or your consciousness higher into the forehead, that third eye, or maybe the crown of your head. Rest here in this phase to experience whatever is happening, whatever relationship you are making with yourself. Just understanding yourself at a level that is more still. Encouraging you now to soften, not to persuade, to just be with the intuition that rises. And allow yourself to think and to be broader. The quest for a higher knowing, expanding right now, right here in this moment. Not neglecting any part of your own health, your own journey. Instead, ideally feeling this complete balance found between the two hemispheres, the higher and the lower. Not demanding anything out of your reach, just holding space. Just sit with yourself. Just feeling now what is emotionally charged, maybe what is physically charged, what is energetically charged, and where you go from here. So take a minute now to just experience and to discover where you're going from here. Not reacting on an impulse or delusion, on balance instead, on observation of the process, of the trust, of the clearing up to make the path more present and aware. Let the breath simply flow in effortlessly and out effortlessly. Bring your awareness now into the soles of your feet. Feeling completely relaxed and drawn toward the earth by the soles of your feet. Bring your awareness now to the back of your legs, the back of your hips, the back of your spine, the back of your shoulders, and the back of your arms. Completely relaxed, being drawn towards the earth and magnetized, just experiencing and sensing. Bring your awareness now to the palms of your hands. Experiencing the palms of your hands over the tops of the arms, the top of the chest, the tops of the legs, and the tops of the feet now. Being energized by the ceiling, the heavens, the sky above you. Now being drawn to the head, the top of the head, the bottom of the head, the face. Electrically charged, clear, and balanced. Just experience all of this together. Take a full breath in effortlessly. A slow breath out effortlessly. And bend your knees when you're ready. Your cup is full, your body is full. You are fully charged within your own power, your own magnetic energy. When you're ready, roll onto the right side of your mats, your blankets, wherever you practice. Hold yourself in an upright posture. Rest your hands on your knees. Palms can be up or down. Eyes stay closed for just a couple more breaths. Settle back into your sit bones slightly as to rest the weight. And then lift your spine up slightly from here. Open your eyes just a quarter of the way, gazing forward. With this clear softness and presence within you, feel it. And when you're ready to lift your gaze forward, Lift your gaze forward, hands to your hearts. Tread lightly in this full moon. Namaste.